Hey guys, just before we get started I wanted to quickly say thanks to everyone who's been supporting the channel over the last few days. I've really enjoyed reading all your comments and hearing about your experiences, and it's really helped motivate me to make all these videos, so keep commenting and everything, don't be shy, and also let me know what videos you want to see next. Anyway, on to Blockstar. I would have to say this has probably been my least favorite minigame so far. This one took me way longer than I thought it would, so be prepared for a bit of a grind. The rules are pretty simple. Make a group of 5 or more blocks of the same color. This can be any shape as long as they are all touching vertically or horizontally. Doing so will eliminate those blocks off the board. The main objective, however, is doing this with all the star blocks, hence the name. So you basically want to link the star blocks up with 4 or more of the same colored blocks. You can move the regular blocks by grabbing them with the A button, and if there's multiple blocks of the same color, they'll stay stuck together. Releasing A will send the blocks straight up to the top of the board. But you can't move the star blocks directly, only by moving blocks around them, which is quite key to solving these puzzles. As you're doing this, the blocks rise one row from the bottom every few seconds. Or if you want to speed things up, you can press the B button to raise it instantly. If the blocks reach the line at the top, the clock will go down twice as fast. Once the clock reaches 0, you fail the level. You can also find clock blocks, which are similar to star blocks except they add more time to the clock, but these seem to only appear when the timer is almost run out. On the right hand side you have your level and how many star blocks there are needed to complete the level. You have 60 seconds to clear the level, and when you complete the level it will only add on a little bit of time. Luckily, once you fail, you can start from that same level with 60 seconds on the clock. The first 15 levels are fairly straightforward. You start with 1 star block, then each level you'll be given 1 extra up until 15. At level 16 it drops back down to 5, but adds in 1 new color. As the amount of block stars rises again with each level, you'll probably find your progress slowing down a little bit, but I won't go into strategies just yet. So this time when you hit level 26 you'll be at 15 block stars, and this lasts all the way up to level 46. Finally things get a little bit easier again. You're down to 6 star blocks now, but all the star blocks are on the far left side, which I actually found a little bit easier to manage. This is short-lived though, because by the time you get to level 60, you'll be dealing with 20 star blocks. After this, the blocks will be on the left and right hand side, which is the format for the next 20 levels. You may also notice that the blocks are slowly starting to rise a little bit faster. Level 81 onwards is when the difficulty really ramps up. The star blocks are completely random and you'll be dealing with 20 of them most of the time. By the time you get close to level 99, the blocks will be rising pretty fast. Alright, so no matter what, you're probably going to take a couple of attempts per level, but I'm going to share what I learned and some of the key points to keep in mind. Firstly, don't be afraid to make sets even if there's no star blocks involved. In the later levels, the main thing that's going to fail you will be the blocks reaching the top and running the clock down. At first, I was trying to save groups of blocks for when it had a matching star block, but you're actually better off clearing blocks as fast as possible. On that note, you should always prioritize going for the clock blocks. The more time you have, the better. I mean, that's pretty obvious. So always go for those as early as possible. The next thing is you're going to need to get good at what I call juggling the blocks. What I mean by this is tapping A to send a block to the top and shuffling down the blocks that you need. You'll probably naturally work from the top down, but if you can master the juggling, it's actually really beneficial making sets on the bottom rows, because you can do this much faster than manually placing blocks. And often it will cause a chain reaction, which will get rid of a lot of blocks. As you get better later on, you can even juggle blocks to make a set on the top and the bottom simultaneously. Another important strategy is trying to link as many star blocks of the same color into one set. So say if there's 2 or 3 in the same vertical row, juggle them down so that they're all next to each other. And also try to bridge small gaps between horizontal sets. Try not to get caught focusing on one side for too long. You want to sort of alternate from side to side to make sure you don't have one side towering above the other. Keep in mind though, it certainly isn't over once your blocks are past the height limit. Try to stay calm and look for the biggest sets that you can make to get rid of the most amount of blocks. It's pretty much inevitable that you're going to end up in that danger zone. So get familiar with it early on, because as always, you don't want to start panicking, because that's when you're going to make the most mistakes. And that's pretty much it. The best advice I can give you is don't give up. Don't focus on reaching level 99. Focus on setting smaller, more manageable goals. Like try setting your sights on level 25, then 50, then maybe 65, 75, 80. Take a break if you need to as well. I ended up doing this in about 5 sittings. Sometimes you just need a clear head, you know? But yeah, definitely be prepared to spend a little while on this one. But just don't quit out, because it doesn't save your progress. Anyway, hopefully this was helpful. Once again, thanks for all the support. Subscribe if you want to see more, and good luck with beating this one. See ya!